Good day and welcome everybody to this platform whereby we are going to discuss in the form of debate the concept of which goes quantity over quality in TVET colleges. Now, on my left hand side, I'm having lecturers who will be actually focusing on the quantity point of this debate. The quantity meaning taking more. They just want to take more. And on my right hand side, I'm having students who will be actually, students from the TVET college who will be actually focusing on the quality point of this debate. So I have a leading question for both of the teams, of which is, what is your view on high intake and quality of high intake of students and the quality of teaching such students at the TVET? And now I'm going to open the platform for you guys, and I would like to know which side will start, the quantity or the quality. Which side is ready to take over?
For our side, we are all about quality, simply because you cannot just take for the sake of adding numbers. At the end of the day, the throughput rate, retention rate, and the certification rate, the pass rate of that specific institution depend on the type of people you take, or the intake you take for that specific academic year. So if you will take only people for academic to add on numbers, that will jeopardize, no matter, will result in the bad quality that will produce at the end of the day.
Okay, sir. Now, I will pose a question to you now to say, in terms of, now, remember when the colleges are just taking, they are taking using that ideology of giving an opportunity for each and everybody to access education. So now, if now they limit, what is going to happen to other students, because the TVETs are actually the foundation, or like a bridging foundation of students where they can enroll as much as they can. So what is your take on that one?
We have to understand, sir, that we're using what we call the grading system.
Yes.
The system has been used for years. It says that a student progresses to the next grade according to if they deserve to be there. Yes. Right? Yeah. So we cannot sympathetically enroll students because they have the right to education while they failed to do justice from secondary school level. If they do not deserve to be enrolled, we do not enroll them. Mm-hmm. Right? In varsities, people get in because they deserve to be there.
Yes.
Not because we have sympathy and we are so compassionate that we think they deserve to be there because of their right. Rights, if that right poses a direct harm to the country, then we're gonna limit that right. So if a student deserves it because of a right, we're limiting that right, and we're saying that we're taking students who are going to increase, as you stated, certification of the college itself, throughput rate of the college, retention rate of the college, and importantly, the opponents have to understand that this is not only within the college, but the country at large.
Yes.
Is the economy of the country in jeopardy if we just sympathetically enroll students? What about capital flight? What about money that is funneled by government to students who do not give us the desired love? Those are the important questions.
All right. And again, if I may actually continue with another question will be there. But already the government has actually opened that platform. They said there is an NCV program and NATEC program. There are also issues that they look into when they want to enroll. They will say for you to start to do an NCV program, maybe you must have grade 9, you see. So how many people are having grade 9 who will actually want? As many as they can. Hence now these open doors for students who actually even seek for the second chance maybe to say, now this is my chance to go and study. So you see already the government opened doors for everybody to access education. Now, yes, but again, the pass rate, you see, now already the maths lead, the pass rate is being reduced to 30%. So what is your take on that one?
That's the point we're trying to make. By quality, we do not mean because of the grade. We mean because of the quality results presented for acceptance, right?
Yes.
We're basically changing the acceptance policy to an APS type of system, where the APS qualifies you to enter with your grade 9 because you're allowed to, but does your APS favor you in? Did you get a desirable level in your mathematics? Did you get your desirable level in your natural science to qualify for ICT? Did you get a desirable level for your tourism or your whatever to qualify for your hospitality? We're considering those factors.
Okay.
So basically with your grade 9 and your level 3 in mathematics, we do not accept you because you're quantity and not quality. Quality gets 50% and above in their mathematics for qualification. That's
right.
right.
We have their side. So what about, why are you just taking? Can I?
Okay, what I can say about the issue of quantity, we have students who didn't perform well at high school, and then we are taking them here in vocational colleges, in TVET colleges, so that they can improve their results, right? Some students didn't perform well not because they are not good enough. Maybe they were going through some problems or challenges. Now, when they come to TVET colleges, that is when they start to realize what do they want in life. They start to focus. At the end of the day, those students are the ones who are most excelling, but they came with poor results from high school. You understand?
So in short, you are saying now, because everybody deserves a second chance in life, you just take. But now, what about the resources, infrastructure? If the more you want to, expand in terms of, as well as we do understand to say, one way or another, the more you take students, you create job for somebody to be hired to teach you. Those we understand. But what about now, when you think of taking the numbers increases each and every year, you consider resources, infrastructure, so that these students now, quality, we are referring back to quality to say they can actually get a quality teaching. Now, it's one of the challenges that we are.
Right. In support to the issue of high intake, I think the government in its drive to reduce unemployment and increase skill shortage, they had to use TVET colleges as a vehicle. Hence, they introduced the NCV program, which is the National Vocational Qualification, whereby those students that are being taken will be given a theory and a practical, and after completion, they will be in a position to be able to compete in an open labor market. Now, here our argument is this intake will assist in reducing unemployment because it comes with the funding, and nobody will sit in a location without education. It will be empowered so that it can be able to stand on its own, and the government's revenue will be improved if people are employed and they've got the necessary qualification and skills that they get from those particular programs.
What about now? My question hasn't been answered. Yes, take more. But what about resources and the infrastructure?
I think just to add to that, and maybe to try and answer your question, would be also to oppose on what the gentleman in the middle said. We cannot just take for the sake of taking because it's sympathy. We should not undermine the quality of our lecturers. Whether there are resources or no resources, we cannot undermine our lecturers. They know what they do. Besides that, but on another point, we have to look at, yes, we do take high intakes, but also we are looking at the government actually having to fund us. The more students we have, the more funding we get, so we can actually get those resources. It's not like we are not trying to get those resources. We are trying, but the more numbers we have, the government wants the numbers, that's how we get funding.
And to support what Ma'am just said is, those students to the opposing side, to say, if now you say the government or the institution must limit intake, what about the masses that do not qualify? What are they gonna do? Because that's when now crime comes in. that's where now the country becomes destabilized because only few are being taken care of. So if the government now can empower those people so that they can stand on its own, its revenue can build up and then the country can stand on its own. That is the bringing of the addition of revenue in the country.
Now
Yes.
this is how it's gonna be. You bring a quantity one with a quality one together, both of them competing for the same qualification of the same standard. But the other one came with an average score of 30. The other one came with 50 in maths. Which one is gonna struggle between the two? Who's bringing a prior knowledge between the two?
Already in TVET colleges, employability is a problem because we're fighting for them being employed. But unfortunately, there are students who come out of this college and still become unemployed.
Now we are saying because
They
it's
didn't
better
before.
that you have a face for those ones who are having a quantity. They must have for example, for NATED, have a foundation face for those ones with quantity.
Yes. So, what's your intake on this one?
I think also it's a matter of, yes, we may have high intake, but it's not to jeopardize quality. Okay, I think we have management and leaders in TVET colleges that actually want to improve these things. They want to improve on resources, but also we do not want to have students that actually want to learn, but they can't access education.
And again, I think from both sides, I will say, there is good or they can be bad. Because at the end of the day, remember what government is trying to do here. It will be saying, we gave each and every individual opportunity for them to actually do what? To get some education. Of which now, if TVET they are saying, we have open doors for everybody. Of which the higher one of which is varsity, is not actually easy. Now, at the end of the day, people down there, they can't actually blame, especially when it comes to education. They won't say education system. Our education system actually is considerate. Some of us, because I'm from Bantu education, I can't have access, you see. But my problem amongst this is, as much as everybody is actual, I believe when issues that actually affects quality, you understand? It will start with the resources as well as, like I mentioned before, infrastructure. If we have the proper equipped TVET colleges, whereby each and every class there is no congestion of maybe having too much students per lecture, each and every classroom is manageable, then quality then can actually, because one of the things that I believe happens, dropouts, management. Are we managing this quantity that we have? We have about 600 level 2s. At the end of the day, lecturers, they become exhausted because there's too much. Now, hence quality will be actually compromised. But if we balance things, I believe that yes, we must take as much as we want, as much as we can. But again, quality should actually be something that is a priority as well. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, adding to the point you ended with, we as TVET colleges now look into WBEs. Yes, we don't have resources. Yes, we realize that we don't have, as much as we take large numbers, we don't have the resources. But now we are looking at your WBEs where we are actually taking our students. We have companies that we work with where our students actually go and work, and that is where they are getting the quality from. So from the resources side, we might not have, but we are actually doing something about it through partnership with companies where our students can be able to manage them, because in those companies there are resources. We are working with them. Our students are busy, weekend in, weekend out. They are in those companies working.
Yes. Do you have something to say?
I think she's now telling us that TVET colleges are failing because of quantity.
True.
See, she's basically agreeing that we cannot manage them alone. We need partnership.
For us to be able
So
to.
without partnership, we're failing. Without partnership as lecturers, we're failing. Without partnership as an institution, we're failing. So we need partnership. Without partnership, we
We don't.
are failing.
And to add on, the first speaker said it. They failed where they come from. Secondaries, they failed. You are taking those kids here. It's a two-way thing. You can take them here. Here, it's no.
But typically, deserve a second chance.
Go back to. You
This is
deserve
not about second chance.
compromise in quality.
And that term
You can't
deserves.
compromise the quality of a quality.
So what should happen to those ones?
Second
And we are
chance.
expecting this quantity to go and compete with those ones in different places with quality education.
True.
But I think
And
this is what where maybe you don't actually pay attention to. Let's say now, we have students who came to do NCV. As we speak, maybe they are doing doctorates. They were giving a second chance. You understand? That's what we are hoping for when we say, let everybody get. Yes, we have students who don't come with the same
It's
intentions.
a hope, it's not assurance. You are still hoping. It's not
We
assurance.
have to hope.
Sympathetically
Assurance-
involved students.
Look at the
Yes.
and look at the probability of the abuse that you actually are advocating for as
True.
a team. You're advocating that we'd rather abuse resources than leave someone at home.
Wasteful.
We'd rather abuse the quality of
But the
education
question
than
will
leave
be,
someone at home.
if we leave somebody at home, what is going to happen to that particular person?
That's when we come back and say, you're saying they deserve a second chance. The term
Yes.
deserve is a big term.
Yes.
They do not deserve it. They
They don't
didn't
deserve
work
it.
to deserve the chance. What
But-
they did,
but-
they played around in secondary school, and we have to sympathize as government to bring and enroll them so that they might affect the quality of education for students who deserve to be enrolled.
Now,
But
we
if you
are
remember the
forcing
first
them.
talk,
We are forcing them
The
for a
first
second
speaker
chance.
said there might have been issues that affected this person. Maybe there were challenges.
Why can't they deal with them at secondary level?
And want to
Now
tell
they are
them
dealing with them at tertiary
I
level.
think
Yes.
we have to emphasize, we are not saying away with quality. We are saying, yes, quantity may just be above quality,
Yes.
right? But not away, because yes, us as lecturers, we are qualified. We've been in the industry, and we are trying to give our students that knowledge. So as much as, yes, we are facilitating, we are teaching in class, it doesn't mean you are gaining nothing from that.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I'm in front of you or I'm helping you with in the lab, I'm assisting you. I'm trying to give you the quality that I can. As much as you don't get that individual attention, but yes, at the end of the day, with your WBEs, you will go and work. You will get the experience that you did not get here.
And to
we are
sup-
working with
to
it so
support-
that you get that quality and at the end of the day. We are not saying away. We are able to take large numbers, but also quality will come just just after.
And taking
Not away.
large numbers in a question of a second chance. These people are qualified lecturers for that special, specific faculty. They are not social workers. For them, for the students who suffer from a tertiary level. No. We cannot compromise on quality.
Sometimes when you look at the issue of quality, these factors that are contributing to draw the quality can be rectified as the students mature, because sometimes it's because of immaturity in a basic education. But the minute they get into tertiary, they get matured, and then it has been proven since the inception of these programs that are now delivered in the TVET colleges. We've seen results. Students are making it up. Some they are entrepreneurs, they've got businesses. Some they are now managers because of the same intake that we have. Because we are giving everybody an opportunity.
That's the problem, sir. What about the highest percentage of them who do not do anything with their lives? The sum you're talking about is probably 10%. What about the other?
But 10% is better than zero at all.
Exactly, but now government funds, consumption of government money, the country's money, the country dying financially and economically already. And then we take the majority who take the NSFAS money to go and drink it. We do not want that. That's what we do not want.
And then
The other issue is that when we admit students, it doesn't mean we just take, say, you are going to do hospitality, you're going to do tourism, you're going to do marketing. We have what we call CAP test. We look at the
There's a
student's
mention,
ability, and then we say, okay, you will be suited for this program. We think we're going to do better on this program. And students really excel looking at that as well, based on the CAP test that they are writing. It really helps them.
Okay. Now I think we will just take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will actually continue with this debate.